Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this report claiming that 80 million euro rated Bayern Munich midfielder Joshua Kimmich is ready to force a Barcelona transfer. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Usman Dembele, as it have been reported that the Barca are making good progress in renewal talks with Xavi favorite forward. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. In a positive development for FC Barcelona, Bayern Munich midfielder Joshua Kimmich is willing to put pressure on his club in order to force a transfer to Catalonia in the summer window. This claim comes from Fernando Polo and Ferran Martinez of Mundo Deportivo, who report that Kimmich is keen on a change of scenery and is eager to join the La Liga champions FC Barcelona. Barca are in the market for a defensive midfielder as they prepare to say goodbye to captain Sergio Busquets. Martin Zubimendi of Real Sociedad has been at the top of Xavi Hernandez's wish list, but his signing is seen as very complicated for now. Kimmich, to that end, has emerged as the next top priority for Barca in that role, in their bid to address the pivot midfield issue. And Xavi has asked the club to do everything in their power to land the 28-year-old, whose market value stands at 80 million euros. Kimmich is contracted to Bayern Munich until 2025, but is open to pursuing a new challenge in his career. He is aware of Barca's administration towards him and would love the idea of joining the La Liga champions to play under Xavi. With Lionel Messi not returning at Barca, the Catalan Giants will have more fair play margin, and Xavi wants the club to throw everything at Kimmich's signing. The Blaugrana have been aware of the German international's desire to leave Bavaria, and that is the first preference for his next club is Barcelona. Furthermore, Joshua Kimmich is ready to follow in the footsteps of Robert Lewandowski and fight for a transfer to Barca. And having learned about this, the club too are ready to go at his signing with everything, even though they are aware that a top footballer like him will not come cheap. It will not be easy to pull off, but with Kimmich seemingly willing to put pressure on Bayern from his end, Barcelona might stand a chance of landing their preferred number 6 in the summer. If not, Sofian Amrabat of Fiorentina could be an alternative and a much cheaper one at that, given that he would be available for as little as 20 million euros. The issue of a DM has been the most talked about transfer rumors as Barca looked to bring in a very good replacement for Busquets. Of course, a lot of players, Joshua Kimmich, Martin Zubimendi, Sofian Amrabat being the most talked about players to be coming to Barca. Joshua Kimmich have been of serious interest to Barcelona, for such a long time, and it haven't been easy, even to make negotiations with Bayern will not be an easy thing. Barca should know that for now. And knowing that Joshua Kimmich is valued highly by Bayern Munich, it is sometimes seen as impossible for Barca to push for it. We quite remember for Lewandowski, it wasn't an easy thing. Lewandowski was the one who even made the move to happen. Had it been Lewandowski was silent and didn't do any other actions to push a move, then I don't think we could have had Lewandowski in our team. But for Joshua Kimmich's own case, as I said, it all depends on the player because the way Bayern deals with, especially players that are so important to them, and the way looking at the price tag, which is 80 million, Barca cannot even match that. So even if they want to approach Bayern, we can be expecting that 80 million to be you know to be asked or to be demanded. So Joshua Kimmich, who have been doing a lot great in his time at Bayern, is strongly still linked to Barcelona despite the rumors of the player, you know, the player not reachable by Barca because of the price tag. Xavi still put him high on the agenda, as he's a very, very good midfielder, and Barcelona want to try their best to ensure that they can bring him if Martin Zubimendi, who is a top choice for Xavi, does not come. Of course, we know Zubimendi, who is Xavi's top choice, is valued at 60 million. And Real Sociedad has made it clearly that there is no point to debate. They don't even want to enter into any negotiations with Barca about that. Yeah. So if Barca can bring the 60, that's the only way, because that 60 million euros is Zubimendi's release clause. And for release clause, we know that when they say a release clause, any person bring that money to buy you. If any club brings that amount, as far as you say yes, you have the right to go. Even the club can't stop you. That is why Barca think that 60 million is much, and they are open to other players. So Joshua Kimmich's own, I think, will be more than even 60 million, by the way. So it's just to try our luck. Who knows? Then on to the final story of discussion. Barca and Ousmane Dembele are making positive progress as far as talks over a contract renewal for the 26-year-old winger is concerned. According to Gabriel Sanz of Mundo Deportivo, Dembele signed new contract with Barca last year, which expires in 2024, and has a release clause whose value has dropped to just 50 million euros this summer. That, however, is not a concern for the Blaugrana, as they are absolutely convinced that the Frenchman does not entertain the thought of leaving the club at this point in time. Dembele has expressed the same in the locker room, and to manager Xavi Hernandez, Barca had already sent a renewal proposal until 2027 in mid-May, which the winger and his agent, Musa Sissoko, have been studying and suggesting tweaks. As such, an agreement is not very close, as has been suggested by some media outlets, but talks are headed in the right direction as the two parties outline the contract and work towards reaching an agreement in the coming weeks. Talking about Dembele and his contract situation recently, Xavi Hernandez said, Osman is loved in the dressing room, very honest, he jokes a lot. He's important to us. He can generate chances. Dembele is happy here and wants to stay. He's always been clear with me on that. Ideally, Barca have wanted the situation resolved before Dembele joined the French national team for the Euro 2024 UEFA Nations League qualifiers, but such a timeline seems unrealistic at this point. However, the general predisposition is that Dembele wishes to stay at Barca for a long time, and the contract renewal talk would yield a positive result sooner rather than later. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.